Distinguished guests, if you are able, please stand. The Right Honourable Dame Helen Wynne-Kelman, Chief Justice of New Zealand.
Ko te amorangi ki mua, ko te hāpai o ki muri. Kia tawi hoona mana ki tanga ki munga ki tēnā o tāta. Kia pai kroria ki a koe i hoa ngā mano, tū āuri uri pā i oi. Ki tonu te rangi me te whenua i tau karoria nui, matua, tama, wai e wirua tapu me ngāne rapono me te māngai, hei tautoko mai, aia nei, ake nei.
E noho, please be seated. E ngā mana, e ngā reo, e ngā iwi o ngā hui whā, tēnei aku mihi mahana ki a koutou. Nau mai haere mai rā ki te whare kawana, kia ora tātou katoa. Distinguished guests, as Chief Justice on behalf of the Governor-General of New Zealand, the Right Honourable Dame Cindy Kirrell, it is my pleasure to welcome you all to Government House, Auckland, for this very special investiture ceremony. I'd like to specifically acknowledge the Honourable Paul Goldsmith, Minister of the Crown, Mr Joe Harawira, Kaumātua, Ms Pauline Hopa, Queer. Tēnā koutou katoa. I'm delighted this afternoon to bring together such an extraordinary group of New Zealanders. You have brought pride and a greater sense of well-being to Aotearoa through your outstanding achievements and your service to our communities. On behalf of Dame Cindy and all New Zealanders, I extend my sincerest thanks to you for your contributions. After each recipient is honoured, I invite you all to join me in congratulating them. Mr Ward Kamel will now summon the recipients and read their citations.
Your Honour, to receive the insignia of a Companion of the New Zealand Order of Merit, the late Dr Brian Wickham of Hamilton, for services to the dairy industry and statistical genetics. Dr Brian Wickham pioneered the use of world-leading animal genetic and breeding evaluation systems. He held several roles with the Livestock Improvement Corporation, including statistician geneticist, information resource manager, research manager and deputy general manager. He led the implementation of New Zealand's National Dairy Herd Improvement Database, underpinning productivity advancement in the dairy industry. The database plays a central role in sustaining animal genetic evaluation systems worldwide. As Chief Executive of the Irish Cattle Breeding Federation, Dr Wickham established and stabilised Ireland's cattle breeding program by collating data from diverse sources to create a world-class genetic evaluation system. Dr Brian Wickham's insignia will be received by his son, Hadley Wickham. Please come forward. Your Honour, to receive the insignia of an Officer of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Associate Professor Greg Anson of Auckland for services to exercise sciences and neuroscience. Well, Associate Professor Greg Anson has been an instrumental figure in exercise sciences and human movement neuroscience. He has mentored physical educators, academics and students. His research has contributed to the understanding of mechanisms and processes by which the brain and body work together to control movement and then adapt under conditions of abnormal functioning. He is an International Society of Motor Control Board member and an International Fellow of the American National Academy of Kinesiology. He was head of Department of Exercise Sciences at the University of Auckland, head of the Tāmaki campus and acting dean of the Faculty of Science. He was director of the University of Otago's Applied Science program. Associate Professor Anson was deputy chair of the New Zealand Tertiary Council for Physical Activity, Sports and Exercise. Well, Associate Professor Greg Anson, please come forward. Ms. Jane Patterson of Auckland for services to Sports Administration. Well, Jane Patterson was Project Director for New Zealand Football with a remit to deliver the initial operating phase for the FIFA Women's World Cup 2023. She was Chief Operating Officer, New Zealand, for the tournament. She led the office of more than 200 staff to deliver the highly successful and world-class tournament which, among other things, demonstrated New Zealand's major event capabilities and showcased the country, its people and culture. The event delivery honoured New Zealand's cultural heritage throughout the tournament with initiatives that included Māori and Aboriginal designs and brand marketing, Māori performances at all official ceremonies, flying the national and First Nations flags in all stadiums, and the distribution of tens of thousands of poi in all stadiums as part of the event's infotainment program. Ms. Jane Patterson, please come forward. Your Honour, to receive the insignia of a member of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Ms. Marnie Barrell of Christchurch for services as a hymn writer. Marnie Barrell is a music teacher, a lay preacher and musician at St Mary's Anglican Church in Christchurch. She has written many hymns which have been published in songbooks and reached Canada, Australia and the United States of America, as well as the United Kingdom. Her work is featured in the Canterbury Dictionary of Hymnology in the United Kingdom, on the United States-based Oremus hymnal website, and on hymnary.org. She is a board member of the New Zealand Hymn Book Trust. Ms. Barrell's music and writing is represented in the National Library of New Zealand, and New Zealand choirs have recorded her music to be played on Radio New Zealand's concert channel. Ms. Marnie Barrell, please come forward. Mr. Aaron Fleming of Queenstown for services to the community and sport. Well, Aaron Fleming is a triathlete who has competed in 16 Ironman competitions, raising $40,000 for charity, primarily the Cystic Fibrosis Association of New Zealand. He has been involved in several youth initiatives, including the Lowdown Project, focused on suicide prevention in Rangatahi. He authored the book Purpose and has spoken in schools throughout New Zealand. He was an ambassador for Proud to Play, promoting inclusivity and diversity in sport and recreation. He has advocated for greater awareness of environmental and sustainability issues. He was a board member of Go Eco Waikato Environment Centre. Mr. Fleming co-founded the Trash to Fashion Charitable Trust and Restyle, an annual wearable arts event. Mr. Aaron Fleming, please come forward. Mr. Devita Funaki of Auckland for services to Pacific Health. Devita Funaki is CEO of the Whono Trust, which he has transformed from a primary health practice with 30 staff and some limited public health contracts to the largest Pacific community-owned organisation with more than 150 staff offering primary, oral and public health, social services and training and employment services. He chairs the Ministry for Social Development Pacific Steering Group, Oceania Career Academy, and ProCare Health, PHO. He holds Pacific advisory roles with Auckland Council, New Zealand Police and Northern Region District Health Boards. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Mr. Funaki led the Whono to set up drive-through testing, triage and vaccination marquees and distribution of thousands of support packages. Mr. Devita Funaki, please come forward. Professor Yvonne Underhill of Auckland for services to tertiary education and Pacific development. Professor Yvonne Underhill is a Pacific development geographer undertaking research and teaching Pacific studies at the University of Auckland and was Director of Development Studies. She was Deputy Chair of the inaugural Pacific Performance-Based Review Fund, PBRF panel, and has been appointed inaugural Deputy Moderator Pacific for PBRF 2026. She has led the establishment of TOCSAVE, the Pacific Gender Research Portal Reference Group, and she has served as co-chair of the Advisory Research Group for Pacific Women Shaping Pacific Development. She has contributed to the establishment of the Pacific Feminist Fund, an innovative investment and grant-making initiative. Professor Underhill has contributed to the establishment of Oxfam in the Pacific. Professor Yvonne Underhill, please come forward. Your Honour, to receive the Queen's Service Medal, Ms Rai Vairuarangi of Auckland for services to the Cook Islands community. Rai Vairuarangi was a committee member of the Wiri Whānau support group and organised the Wiri Neighbourhood Police Team. She established a Cook Island language nest. She is a cultural and arts community trustee of Akatokamanawa Mauke e Nua Incorporated. She has been involved in numerous displays and performances. She is a community champion for the Wiri neighbourhood for the Cause Collective's One Love South Auckland initiative. She volunteers on the board of Iramoko Marae and the committee of Matatua Marae Māngere. Ms Vairuarangi was chair of the Wiri Central Board of Trustees and president of the Manukau Central Kindergarten Committee. Ms Rai Vairuarangi, please come forward. Well, Your Honour, the investiture has concluded.
New Zealand's honours system is our highest public affirmation of outstanding individual achievement. It reinforces those things that make our society better: service, manaakitanga, and the pursuit of excellence. To our recipients, it's been a privilege to hear your stories. You have each used your talents and abilities to improve the lives of your fellow New Zealanders. In doing so, you exemplify the sentiment expressed by Te Puia Hirangi when she said, "Mahia te mahi, hei paenga mō te iwi." Do the work for the betterment of the people. I urge recipients to wear your insignia with pride at every opportunity, knowing that you would inspire others by your example. On behalf of the King of New Zealand, the Governor-General, and all New Zealanders, I congratulate you on your achievements and thank you once again for your service to our country. Kia ora, hui hui tātou katoa. Now, you'll see on the back of your program the words to the national anthem in te reo Māori in English. I now invite you to stand and join me in singing the anthem.